Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
For this is what the Sovereign Lord says.
Why do you need prophets to tell people who you are and what you want?
If you can justify everything that the God of the Bible has done, then you can justify any of your behavior.
A lot of this mentality is trickling into what is now mainstream right-wing Christianity.
I am capable of empathy greater than this God of the Bible.
This is a Bible that they tell kids. This is the good Lord. This is the good book. He is fantasizing about murder, mass murder.
Head over to sacrilegiousdiscourse.com right now to find out how to leave us a review or support us on Patreon.
Hey there, sinners and saints. It's your favorite Bible-bashing duo from Sacrilegious Discourse, and we need your help.
That's right, folks. We're raising funds for some heavenly equipment and a studio that doesn't sound like it's in the depths of hell.
Our current setup, let's just say it's more apocalypse than audiophile.
So if you want to hear us dissect the Bible without the background noise of demonic squirrels, chip in a few bucks.
We're aiming for $5,000 to upgrade our audio and build a studio worthy of blasphemous banter.
Donate today and help us spread the good word of atheism.
You can find a link right on our homepage, sacrilegiousdiscourse.com. Every dollar counts.
Even if it's from your collection plate. Husband!
Wife!
What the fuck are we doing now?
Well, today is a special Patreon-only episode.
Ooh, special.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about something a little different. We've been touching on politics lately because it's relevant.
It is.
And unfortunately, we are in the world we're in, and we have to deal with it as it is. So, but we're going to change it up a little bit today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about the apocalypse or end times.
It's the end of the world as we know it,
Yeah.
but I don't feel very fine.
I've got some news for y'all. It's a spoiler a bit, but the end is not nigh.
God damn it.
At least not in the biblical sense.
Does it just depend on which person you ask?
I mean, yeah, then there's some history behind it. We're going to get into a little bit of that and just kind of talk about, what it all is. So that's what we're talking about today.
Well, okay. Fuck.
You ready to do this?
Sure as fuck am.
All right, let's do it.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so today we're going to get into all about the apocalypse.
I'm very excited about the end of the world.
Yeah. Are you?
Bring it.
I mean, there's better chances of it right now, I'd say, than there have been in the past. Just for reasons, I won't get into that. But
that's politics.
But the doomsday clock did move forward a little bit, I think, recently. So that's a thing.
I feel like we started too close to the end with that thing and didn't leave ourselves room for how close we're actually getting.
Well, it's always been there as a an indicator, a warning to humanity. Hey, y'all are fucking up.
Right.
Maybe chillax on the fucking bombs that can end the world and
right.
Stances that are gonna destroy people and the wars and all the
climate
things.
change stuff.
Right.
That's man-made.
But the warning doesn't seem to matter much to anybody.
Well, not to greedy fucks.
Right. Yeah.
They're like, I don't care. I got mine.
But we're not talking about the doomsday.
No.
So
it's a different end of the world scenario.
Right. That's the real one. Ish.
Well, what's really funny is that the doomsday clock is actually an indicator of the world potentially ending. But no, let us speak of the mythological ones. Please carry on. What does the Bible have to say about it?
There's good reason to talk about it because there's a lot of people that put a lot of meaning into this,
Yeah.
and unfortunately we have to deal with them in the real world.
No, I know.
And even as politicians, as people that are important to how society functions, there's real people with real decision powers that believe this shit.
I know.
Right?
But when you start talking about it for realsies in the real world, shit that is actually world ending, then they look at you like you're the lunatic. Like, oh, sorry, I brought science to the conversation.
They only like the scenarios they come up with.
Right. They like magic explosions, not logical ones. Facts have left the chat.
Right. So
okay.
I thought it'd be fun to go into a little bit of where the end of the world idea came from.
Yes, please.
And what it means and everything. So
I had a similar question about cannibalism the other day. Like, who?
What?
No, remember Remember, I was like, I wish that nobody ever brought cannibalism to my attention.
Oh,
because you don't remember this conversation?
I remember the conversation, yeah.
And you were like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you talking about cannibalism?
Right, yeah.
And I was like, because I cannot imagine at my hungriest it would ever occur to me to eat another person, and yet other people have, and therefore now if I was hungry, it might occur to me because I've heard of it.
But you blamed it on popular culture bringing it to your attention. But like the Dahmer party didn't have anybody bring it to their fucking attention.
That's what I'm saying, but they
were just
were
really
insane.
cold and fucking hungry.
And no, the Dahmer party?
Yeah.
I thought that they were like kind of insane-ish.
No.
No?
They got
What am I
lost in the
thinking?
pass over the winter and they ate each other because they were starving and they were stuck.
Okay, I'm thinking of some
It's
other
one of the most
crazy
famous
person.
cases of cannibalism. You're thinking of Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, you said the Dahmer party.
Yeah.
So, okay, so
It's
that's
two completely separate things.
but so two completely different cannibals.
Well, one's not a cannibal. One is cannibals. And the other one
Right.
is a cannibal
But
who
they're-
was crazy
but they're
and
both-
killed people.
But they're both Dahmer. That's why I got it confused. Dahmers eat people. Oh my God. Like, I never made that connection. I feel so dumb. Okay, go ahead.
I apologize. It's actually Donner Party, not
Oh, that.
Dahmer.
Okay,
So
that.
I apologize. That was my bad.
Yeah, you really confused me there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, I wasn't planning on talking about the Donner Party or Jeffrey Dahmer in this episode.
No,
so-
but the reason that I was saying that is that well, I don't remember, but end of the world and
Yeah.
cannibalism and all these things that just would never occur to me because I'm not weird.
Sure.
I mean, I am weird, but like differently weird. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I really don't know how we got onto cannibalism here, but we're going to go into the history
Yes.
of the apocalypse.
Yes,
now,
go on, go on.
Right from cannibalism.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Go.
So the idea of the end of the world is nothing new.
Right.
Believe it or not.
I believe you.
Yeah. So even prior to the Bible,
Okay.
any biblical type, there was Mesopotamian traditions.
Well, yeah. I mean, wasn't the flood thing a whole like quote unquote end of the world, but
Yeah.
also the beginning of a new world?
Absolutely, yeah. So there was the Sumerian flood myth, and that was one of the earliest, civilizations on the planet, and they had a deluge narrative in which the epic of Zarathustra, in this tale, and he was displeased with humanity, and he decided to inundate the world with a flood, and he only spared one person named Zarathustra.
Noah.
Basically, yeah. No, it was Noah. And he survived by building a boat.
Oh my
And
God.
there's another Mesopotamian tradition. It's called it's an Akkadian Atrahasis epic.
Oh,
And this
okay.
is a myth that also describes how the gods got irritated by humans, and they sent plagues and a flood to reduce their numbers. And Atrahasis only survived by building an ark. An ark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So-
obviously, there's the Epic of Gilgamesh also is
I
the
was gonna say,
same time frame. This is all prior
Pre-Bible.
to the Bible, right? Yeah.
Yahweh was so original, y'all. Like, somebody ought to sue God for fucking copyright infringement. Get original, asshole.
And you'll have apologists tell you that it was based on it's all they obviously
It's
knew
the
it's all the same
story.
thing. They'll throw in that excuse. So.
But no, not if it came like hundreds of years. Oh, I'm sorry. You think the earth is only like 2 days old, so you don't have it happened before the Bible because God snapped that shit into existence and there was no before the Bible.
Right.
That's so cute and stupid. Go on.
So you may remember talking about the Zoroastrians.
I do,
right?
kind of vaguely.
And they were part of I think it was the Babylonians.
Okay.
And that's where some of what Christianity is now kind of they kind of intermixed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but in Zoroastrianism there was a theory. There was a theory about originating in ancient Persia about a cosmic struggle between Ahura Mazda, and who was the supreme god, and Angra Mainyu, which was the destructive spirit.
That's me. You need to start calling me. What's that girl's name?
I don't know who you're talking about.
You just said it.
Oh, I didn't know it was a girl. So I mean,
no, I decided
Angra Mainyu.
Angra Mainyu.
Yeah.
That's my new name.
Yeah, and this is a battle. It was going to culminate in the final renovation, is what they called it.
Okay.
Where evil is vanquished and the world is purified, and the person to survive it was going to be Frasho Kairati.
Oh my
Basically,
God.
like a Jesus figure.
I can't even pay attention, but go ahead. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not you. It's me.
Or no, that was what they... I'm sorry. That's not... There's another Zoroastrian thing that they...
Zoroastrian? Or
Zoroastrian, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I think that's... You're right.
Okay.
But that was what they called the final renovation, was the Frashokerati. So, I'm sorry, I'm messing these words up, even though I have pronunciations in front of me.
Yeah.
But the biblical... No, I'm sorry, not the biblical.
Jesus Christ.
In Zoroastrianism, the prophesied savior who will lead humanity to the final battle against evil, resurrect the dead, and establish an eternal realm of righteousness was named Saoshyant.
Okay.
So Jesus.
Right. Okay.
Right. And so there's multiple end of time things here. Like, and there's not everybody, definitely everybody from our era remembers the Mayan calendar prophecy.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was just a long count calendar that the Mayans developed. And they had a completion of significant cycles. And sometimes these were interpreted as transformative periods, the conclusion of which was in 2012. And that was popularly at the time misconstrued as a prediction of the end of the world.
But no, it was just the end of when they marked their calendar.
Right.
They're like, we ran out of paper and then we died off.
Yeah. And hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe, leave an Apple review, join us on Twitter, support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.